Hello and welcome to R.C.E. Kingston. Today I'm going to be ending my 3-video mini-series going over what coasters I would add to Cedar Fair and Six Flags parks. And if you want to see the first 2 videos, there will be a link down in the description below. But before we get into the video, I'd like to say that if you enjoy my content and also like gaming, then you should go over to my second channel, R.C.E. Gaming, for more videos about games and other things of the sort. Currently I have 2 videos posted over there with many more coming very soon. So if you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description of this video. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Starting off this video is my personal favorite Six Flags park, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, located just outside of San Antonio. With a net population of 1.4 million people, this park is in a fantastic location for growing. With the recent opening of their new family dueling coaster, I think it's time to get the next large thrill coaster. As of the time of recording this video, the park only has 1 launch coaster, so for this reason, I am giving them an S&S Air compressed launch coaster. Something similar to Max Force at Six Flags Great America would be a beautiful fit at the park, and really help line out their lineup a little bit more. Make the ride reach about 80 miles an hour, max height of between 175 and 190 feet, and have 5 or 6 inversions, and I think this would be an unreal fit, especially if it interacted with the quarry wall in some way. Maybe after the launch it twists upwards onto the quarry wall between whipping up into the first tallest inversion, and dives off the cliff or something of the sorts. All around, I think this is a fantastic fit for this park, and would not only be a great ride, but would be even better to look at. Heading down south, we find ourselves at Six Flags Over Georgia, which is located in Austell, Georgia, and only a 16-minute drive from Atlanta. This location gives the park well over 6 million people to draw from, and this means the park is in a prime location for massive growth. This is a park that is seriously lacking a launch coaster, and unlike Fiesta Texas, which had 1 launching coaster, Over Georgia has none at all. It's because of this massive gap, I'm giving the park an Intamin Blitz with a similar size to Maverick at Cedar Point, with 2 or 3 launches, and focusing on rapid transitions, airtime, and hang time. The ride would bring multiple new forces to the park, including the first instance of true, sustained hang time, which when combined with the absolutely amazing new-gen Intamin trains, which leave riders feeling incredibly open and free, this would also be drastically different from anything at Fun Spot Atlanta, as well as the next closest park, Carowinds. Give the ride a max height of around 150 to 170 feet and a max speed of upwards of 60 miles an hour. This would be the perfect coaster to further round out the park's lineup as one of the elites in the Six Flags chain. Making our way to the complete opposite side of the country, we visit Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, located in Vallejo, California, which is a population of 124,000 people, meaning there isn't a ton of people, but also California is filled to the brim with people, and lots of cities are within driving distance of each other, meaning the full number is higher than stated. The park itself only has 2 truly great coasters, which are the B&M Floorless, Medusa, and the RMC Hybrid, Joker. But what the park is really missing is a world-class family coaster. This is why I'm giving the park a Gerstlauer family coaster in a similar style to Wakala at Bellarde. This will give the park a truly dynamic and fun family coaster that not just kids, but also parents will get a kick out of. Have the ride feature a spike before the brakes and perhaps a short section that is traveled both forwards and backwards, and I believe this will be a perfect fit for the park. Not to mention that it will be incredibly different from any other family coaster in the area and the state of California, meaning it will be incredibly easy to market and draw in crowds from all over the state. Jumping back across the country, we go up to New England to visit Six Flags New England, located in Agawam, Massachusetts. While the park is located in a really small town, only having a population of 28,000 people, it is the surrounding cities that allow this park to be one of the most favored in the Six Flags chain. Now once again, this is another park without a single launch coaster, and so I have decided to give them a Vekoma Shockwave. I can see them getting the single launch model just due to size constraints, but no matter which layout they go with, or if they get a custom layout, it will be a slam dunk addition to the park. This ride would not only give the park their well-deserved launch coaster, but would also bring a new modern thrill coaster that is still angled more at a family demographic due to it not being as stupid intense like Wicked Cyclone or Superman. If they were to go with a custom layout, I could see it featuring upwards of 6 inversions, several moments of floater airtime, some rapid transitions, and a max height of around 145 feet. No matter what they did with the ride, it would still be a winner for the park. Our next park is Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. Featuring a population of about 30,000 people, this doesn't stop the park from being one of the biggest in the chain. The park has one of the best coaster lineups, not just in the Six Flags chain, but the entire US, so there really aren't many gaps they need to fill. So this, and the next few parks, are very hard to pick for. So I'm going to the Mach Extreme Spinner for the only time in this entire series. Something similar to Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland Japan, with the rapid airtime, whippy inversions, and 2 launches would be absolutely amazing, and become one of, if not the best coaster in the entire world. I can see the ride featuring some similar elements to both Time Traveler and the Ride to Happiness, as well as some new and innovative elements, which could be a Batwing, outward bank turn, and if they wanted to push the outward bank turn even further, they could do whatever the frick this element is on the brand new Hyperia, coming to Thor Park in 2024. No matter what they did, the ride would be insane and further elevate the already fantastic lineup to the next level. Six Flags Great Adventure is an absolutely massive park located in Jackson, New Jersey, which has a population of just over 60,000 people, just in the city alone. The park features a completely stacked coaster lineup, featuring one of the most critically acclaimed wooden coasters in the world, El Toro, the R.C.E single rail coaster, Jersey Devil coaster, and of course, the current tallest coaster in the world, King Naka. However, there is one thing I think everyone in the coaster community can agree on this park getting next, and that is, to no surprise, a B&M Giga. Something similar to Orion or Fury 325 would not only perfectly fit the park's skyline, but also give the park one of the best top 3s in the country. When combined with the heavily wooded setting of the park, and just how much space they have to work with in total, they could make the ride truly incredible, and one of the best coasters in the entire world, similar to how well received Fury 325 is. Have a max height of around 335 to 350 feet, max speeds of around 100 miles per hour, and a track length of about 6,000 feet, and the park would have the perfect coaster to celebrate their 50th anniversary. Our last stop in the series is Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, featuring a population of just over 63,000 people living in the city. It is no surprise that this is the favorite park in the Six Flags chain, when you look at the amount of investments the park has received over the years. The park holds the title of the park with the most coasters in one park, with 20 different coasters, but when I was deciding on a coaster for this park, there was one option that just made way too much sense to me, and that coaster is a Mach Hyper, similar to DC Rivals Hypercoaster. I can imagine how incredible a massive hypercoaster running alongside the parking lot and around the mountain would look, especially if they have it feature a twisted vertical drop, similar to DC Rivals, and even crazier, Hyperia, since there will be no other drops in the park even remotely similar to it. This would also bring a truly elite hypercoaster to the park, since their current hyper isn't exactly what you would call a fantastic coaster. Give the ride a max height of around 212 feet and around 4,000 feet of track, and this would be the perfect fit at the park and take them to the next level of thrills. And there we go, that is a wrap on this miniseries. Once again, links to the first 2 episodes will be in the description, along with a link to my gaming channel and links to all footage used in this video. Before I end this video, I would like to ask that if you enjoyed it and want to see more like it, be sure to click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. I'm trying to reach 300 subscribers by the end of 2023, so if you could help me out, it would mean the world to me. Well, that's all I have for this week. I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye for now.